to start off by introducing yourself?
I'm Tom Lilly, Associate Professor of English at Georgia Gwinnett College.
So I'm Jessica Estep, and I am an instructor of English here at Georgia Gwinnett College.
My name is Dr. Matt Paproth. I teach here in the English department. I'm an assistant professor of English. I do modern British literature and digital media and new media studies and things of that sort.
Would you say like the traditional English language is dying?
I think that as language always has, language is evolving. So the way that we use English now, especially considering social media and the digital environment, our language is evolving. I certainly don't think that it's dying. It's still very much alive because we're using it.
I think dying is the wrong word. I mean, I think it's evolving, and I think that it's evolving in really interesting and unpredictable ways that open up a lot of cool new possibilities for how communication will happen in the future.
My opinion is that I don't know if definition dies so much as just sort of evolves and changes. I tend to think of language as something that changes over time because, like any other invention or technology, it gets put to different uses. Like, at the same time, I also know that language changes kind of in the same way that people do, right? Circumstances change, more people use something, they have different preferences and abilities. So like at the end of the day, I don't know if I really am worried about that too much. What worries me more is when people use language, like a definition dying, the use of a word dying doesn't mean so much to me, I guess, as when one word can like inhabit so many different meanings and then that it becomes kind of useless. Like it just becomes something that people can't use. Or that its definition is so intrinsically vague that its use is just irritating.
What is like your favorite word to like overuse that doesn't have the normal definition?
Right. I think I may have the same word that that Jessica Estep just said, but for me, I know that I overuse the word amazing. Did she say the same word? I overuse the word amazing and these other, extreme, exaggerated words.
There are a lot of words that we overuse, and one that I talk about in my class is the word amazing. We really focus on the word amazing and how it's what a comedian calls a top shelf word. It means so much more than we actually give it credit for. It's a hugely important word. Amazing, it means, stupendous. It's something almost out of our comprehension, and yet we use it for things like, oh, you did an amazing job. But, this is not something that really has a true meaning.
I have two favorite words, and one of them is not necessarily mine, but I totally dig on the reason why it's a favorite. I get this from what was originally a musical and like a miniseries called The Singing Detective, and it's the word elbow, because it just sounds pretty cool. I mean, it really, it's this thing, but like it just has a very cool sound to it. Elbow is just a really good one. And my other favorite one is the word snap. Like, oh, snap, because we all know what it means, right? It just replaces bad language, right? And this is what it does. And it just has this crispness to the sound that's very bodily. I totally dig on that. And because I have two kids, I have to like stop my potty mouth most of the time.
And what is your overused word?
Shit. Just shit. Not meaning derogatory, it's just my go-to explanation of that I messed up or I forgot something. Not that anything is trash or derogatory.
So my favorite overused word is nah. When I say nah, I actually mean no.
There's no way.
So your no way is pretty much yes?
Pretty much yes and no. It goes with both way around.
It could be like a sarcastic.
Or like, argumentative,
Very surprising once you slow down and notice words like that, how limited I think our vocabularies are, even as English professors.